Okay, now we can get started. And first of all, make a little line here just to let me know where the top of my plate is. And I'm going to make a little arrow here. And I'm going to draw around this area. And I'm going to make some little half circles here. And this will be the area for the first rose. Now we're going to go over here and I want to pick up this color called pecan. Well, the pecan is going to go in the center of the flowers. And then we will begin by pulling into that area with the pecan. The rest of the color, I'm going to go back to the color which I have is white rose, and this is one right here. And it looks much darker, but it fires very light. So by the time we get through, it'll give a nice, after firing, give a nice color for white rose. So now I pull a stroke down, pull out and around until I finally pull it back into this area here. So pulling into that area and then pull down slightly with the color. So now then, let's take this now, and because this is going to be an open rose, we're going to lay the color in at the top right here and start coming around in this manner. Now let's do that again and another area. So we just kind of overlap those strokes. And then I'll just come in here and then pull out a little bit here and kind of just get things so I have a nice shape to that rose. So let's cut here. So by taking our brush, sharp edge, and cut it out and give us a slight push back. And then we can turn, cut, slight push back, cut again, slight push back, and then cut some of these areas in the heart of the rose, just a little. And then we start to build. And we're going to build more petals. So whenever these areas kind of meet and form kind of like a V, well then that's where you want to go start away from that area. It's almost kind of like building bricks. And so we're going to be making a nice filling of a petal out here. So let's more or less get the outline of it and then pull into the area like that, and then now pull down and then push that out just a little and then gradually pull that in and then come around, and now you're starting to see that flower take hold. Now get another one there. Now we go through that again because now we have another rose over here that's coming in, but this time it's going to have a little bowl. Let's go back to our color of the white rose, and then we'll lay it down like this again. Same type of strokes, turn it, and then down again. Now let's turn it back, and this time instead of going into the rose where we just started in with the 1, 2, 3 strokes in there, now we'll actually make a bowl. So we pull this in, and you see the way I pull that color in, pulling it in, pull it in there, and until you have actually formed the bowl. Now we want to make a cut and slightly pull it back, cut again, and push back just a little bit with your brush. Turn, always turning your plate so that you get the right angle. And then right in here we're going to have another cut. And let's just add us another petal right here. And that'll balance that very nicely. There. Now I have a plate already painted for you to see that we were going to be putting another fire on. But this is the way it's going to look after it's been fired. As you can see there. And you notice that how the yellow's fired down. And this is all the mallard green in the area all over the side. And you softly blend. And then now I have this sketched in so that I know where I'm going to be putting my leaves now for the second fire. Notice how pretty that and soft that the flowers have fired from. And let's take a look at the other one, the different feeling of the paint. Remember, the paint does fire down. And here we are again. Okay, here we are back again, and this time we're going to be painting in a piece, and I'd like to show you what we're going to be doing as fire. This is the second fire piece here, and we have to work it up to about this particular degree, as I guess you might say. But what we're going to be doing is we're coming in and doing the leaves, and we'll work a little bit on the flower, but not much. But mostly this is a leaf painting at this point. Okay, so now then, let's now begin by starting in this area here, and I'll turn this piece here just about like this so I can get right into it. But you'll notice that the flower will just come right alive with the depth of color behind it. So now you see I come in and begin to frame around that flower, pulling out with these colors that I just showed you, and just keep using that color for a few minutes here, and then pull away from the area until you have pulled away, giving yourself some filling of some shadow leaves. So basically you're setting up the shadows of the shadow leaves first. Okay, now then let's come back and see how to work on that third fire. Now then, once you have that in, then come back in and develop your leaves and create those by coming into the area with the depth, and then kind of underneath this flower here and those petals, pull in again, filling in this area, and then coming back with the same colors, turning, and these are warmer colors and they look so pretty with the blue. And then pull this in right in here, and then pull this away, and then take your brush and pull out your pull out this paint here in, and then you'll give you a little texture. Now, what's very pretty to do is to take and pull some of the blood red and a little touch of pecan onto some of these leaves right in here. And then this will give it a little bit of a pretty color, and it also gives continuity when we add the red colors and pink colors to the rose petals. Now then we'll do that in several different places. You might find that these three are this main group of leaves. That works out very nicely. Now I have touched all the roses with the pinks, and you can see where we have washed in the color and how pretty it comes in and reflects, the roses reflect onto the leaves and as well up in this area, and how pretty the coloring comes through here as well, the yellows. Now then, as you can see here, we have the backward rose, and see, by keeping these light, then everything else recedes and it goes back into the background. I hope that you've enjoyed painting on this tape with me, step by step, and thank you very much.